Senator Lewis Frederick hosted me in Portland, Oregon. Are you a state senator here?
I'm a state senator.
State senator here in Portland, Oregon.
Right.
And he is showing me and giving me some wonderful history about now what were you saying about back there about the
that's one of the first sort of attempts in terms of gentrification.
About the stadium. What did you say about that?
There was a black community that was formed mostly after the war. But there was a black community that was formed, but actually there were people there before the war. And what happened was they had, in an attempt, the city fathers, and of course they were all men at the time,
and white men.
White men at the time, all decided that what they would do is put together a coliseum there, and so they moved the black community out of the neighborhood. And they paid them pennies on the dollar, and it was a terrible situation. But that's what they did. They moved people out of there, and that legacy has stayed with us, because that meant that the folks who had homes there, who had paid for those homes, didn't have those homes as collateral when they wanted to start a business, or when they wanted to get their kids into college, or just just have some loans to even repair some things. So they moved the black community out of there, and then the community had moved again because of the freeway, and then they were moved again because of the hospital.
But I thought I had heard it all until he told me this. When you ran for
election.
For the House.
The House, legislative seat.
When you ran for the House, I say that again so everybody can hear this. Keep in mind, folks, he's a Democrat. Okay, go ahead.
When I ran for the House, I got the Democratic nomination. And because the Republicans in my district decided to write in my name, enough of them, more than my name from anybody else.
You were their candidate.
I got the Republican nomination, and I got the Green Party nomination as well, because they wrote my name in as well.
You were a Democrat.
Yeah, I'm still a Democrat.
Nominated by the Republicans and the Democrats and the Green Party.
And the Green Party.
And you were their candidate.
And the Working Families Party.
And you were their candidate as a Democrat.
Right.
I have never heard of such.
Well, and so what happens is the write-in votes end up coming in, and so I didn't have to have that many write-in votes, because the Republicans really didn't run anybody for the seat. But I got enough write-in votes that I got more write-in votes than any of the other names on the ballot.
Lord have mercy.
And so I won that seat. I won that first race with 94% of the vote. So the next race in 2012, when I ran, again I got the Republican nomination, Democratic nomination, the Republican nomination.
I had never heard of.
And then in the 2014 election, I got the Democratic and Republican nominations as well. 2016, I actually got the Republican nomination, but I didn't put my name on the ballot as a Republican nominee, because it was a Donald Trump election, and I didn't want to be associated at all with that. So, and then the last election that I had in 2020. I had I could not. I don't know how it would be possible for me to have a higher voter, because in the 2020 election I had 98.4% of the vote. Now, it's even better in some ways, because in 2012 and 2014, not only did I get 96% of the vote, but my legislative district had a 92% voter turnout. 92% of the people who were eligible to vote voted. And they, nicely enough, 96% of them voted for me.
How did Mrs. Frederick, how did that make you feel?
I stay out of it. I'm not a political person. I have some strong opinions that I usually keep to myself.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, and
So do I. Yeah.
but politics in general, I'm more impatient for change. You know, I think it takes way too long for things to happen.
Yeah. I had just never heard of such.
Well, it's possible to get nominations from other parties, but it's
Anywhere?
in Oregon you can get nominations from other parties. I don't think there's anyone who's had the same string of nominations like I have, but there may have been. I just don't know the history. First of all, we're all about all mail-in ballots. We don't have polls that you go to. It's all mail-in ballots, and it's been all mail-in ballots since 1998.
Did that cause havoc when Trump
No, not at all.
did the postal remove the mailboxes?
No, because they didn't remove. They couldn't remove the mailboxes out of it.
There were places
Oh, I know
where,
that they did, yeah, but they didn't. They just simply couldn't hear. They just.
I mean, what made them not be able to move them here?
Because our Secretary of State would not allow it. Our Secretary of State, who was a Republican at the time, at one point, would not allow it.